Welcome everybody to the second installment of Behind the Song with Transatlantic Radio. And today we're going to talk about the second single from our album Midnight Transmission, which is called The City of Angels. Of course, I'm sitting here in the City of Angels where I live. It is 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius in January. So, there are other benefits, but this has to be mentioned and bragged about, right? All right, let's get into it. So, City of Angels, very on the nose, right? Well, isn't all our songs very on the nose? And what's wrong with very on the nose? Anyhow, the song is basically a tribute to all those movies and TV shows and AOR melodic rock songs of the 80s where somebody was dreaming about the West Coast, or they were in a steel town like, Flashdance, like she's in Pittsburgh, it's gray and rainy, whatever. We wanted a song that could fit in with that whole pop culture thing of, leaving the place you are and finding somewhere better, and it's dreamy and it's romantic and it's about going somewhere warm and maybe you'll find a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And of course, it's all very sort of fantasy world, but again, it's AOR. What's wrong with fantasy world, right? So after coming up with the main riff of this song, I wrote the verse and blah, blah, blah. And then when the came time for the chorus, I couldn't really think of anything else. So I played the guitar riff again and couldn't think of a melody over the guitar riff. And then I went, hold on, why don't we just sing the actual notes of the guitar riff and make that the chorus? So that's basically how the song came about. The verse has got sort of a menacing, minory feel on such a very happy, uplifting, cheesy, happy song. But the verse that has a little bit of darkness to it. I kind of wanted like a danger vibe on the verse, some of their more minory stuff. I really, really love it. And I'm a huge fan of Bruno's songwriting from Danger. Now, if you listen to the song, one of my favorite things about melodic rock from the 80s you don't hear much anymore is when the main guitar riff gets doubled by a keyboard and the two sounds, one isn't mixed louder than the other, so the two sounds make sort of a composite sound, like a guitar or like a guitar board, I guess. You can hear this on so many great AOR songs, the thing where guitar and keyboard combine one composite, more glamorous, more AOR sounding version of a guitar riff. The great AOR classic debut album from the band Bad English, the opening song Best of What I Got, totally has this all over it. And I love it, and that's what you're hearing on our song. That sort of composite sound creates this amazing feeling. And the thing about City of Angels is before Matthias even starts singing, the song has like a vibe. It just sounds like an inspirational workout jam or something like that. So that's about the music. Now about the lyrics, like I said, inspired by the whole culture of escaping to the West Coast, but also it doesn't have to be about LA. It can be about whatever place anyone dreams about, where they feel freer and where everything's possible. But there's a few little hints to LA in the lyrics about, cruising down the Sunset Boulevard and the fact that everyone from all over the world moves here and get along here. And there's definitely some not so tongue-in-cheek tributes, sincere tributes in an otherwise pretty light song, I would say. Now, we also got to talk guitars. We got to talk gear, all that stuff. And I pestered our wonderful guitar player, RJ, and I said, hey man, can you let me know what you played? So he sent me these great pictures. He played two of his custom-made James Tyler guitars. with the preamp in them that makes a mid-range and the top end all sparkly. And of course, he'll tell you all about that stuff in his great YouTube videos. But for the solo, he went for the vintage from back in the day, 90s, I believe, Frank Gambale, or maybe even late 80s, he'll tell you. Frank Gambale Ibanez signature model. He says it's got like the fastest neck and he can really shred on it. So that's some tidbits about all the guitars he played. Also, interestingly enough, in the video for this song, RJ plays a third Tyler guitar, but it's a loaner because we shot the video in LA and the company's here and they were gracious enough to lend him the yellow Dan Huff signature model with his autograph on it, with Dan's autograph on it. And as we all know, Dan Huff is AOR royalty because of Giant. So we've already gotten some great comments on our video about people appreciating RJ paying tribute to Dan by playing or faking playing that guitar in the video. Pretty cool. Anyways, that's sort of a very detailed breakdown about a song that's very lighthearted and not too complicated. And it's there to own its own cheesiness and make you happy or make you escape. And we hope you join us again for more of these slightly unnecessary and very nerdy behind the song videos. Crank that shit up. See you next time.